Basketball's everything to me, and I didn't know anything else. So I made my first junior Australian team when I was 15, so I was already entrenched in basketball, and I just wanted to be the best player that I could. And I was lucky enough to play overseas, so there was always something exciting to look forward to, and I just had that passion in me. The 96 Olympics, where we won the bronze medal, so the first medal basketball had ever won at an Olympics, was incredible. Everything, it's the lead up to getting there, and then actually standing on the dais was amazing. And then in 2000, because I'd been dropped from the team 2 years previously, I had to fight so hard to get back on the team. So just to make that was an absolute highlight. The competition, so looking forward to it, to seeing players just being able to play and enjoy the game and just bring their best. I think it's going to be really exciting because even though the players know each other, a lot of them, they haven't played together. So it's going to be great to see how they play individually, but also play together as a team and how they put it all together. Yeah, it's an absolute honour to have the tournament named after me. I think the tournament is about the players, it's about the athletes and them just being able to do what they do best and enjoy the competition. And for me to play a small part in that, and if I can help them in any way be better, then that's just super exciting for me.
These new hoist recliners are pretty comfy, hey.
Yeah, I feel like I'm floating on a cloud.
I feel like I'm resting my feet on a panda's belly.
I feel like I am a panda's belly.
I feel like an alien swaddled in a blanket.
I feel like I'm being held by King Kong's leathery hand.
Well, I feel like the song More Than a Feeling was written about this feeling that I'm feeling right now.
Same.
Extra comfy recliners are the new normal at Hoyts. Book now.
Good afternoon and welcome to the semi-finals of the Shelley Gorman Invitational here at Sydney Uni Sports and Aquatics Centre. First semi-final this afternoon between the Fever and the Storm. My name is Lockie France. Alongside me is Rachel Herrick. And Rach, we're in for some cracking semi-final action this afternoon and this evening.
Yeah, we really are, and we've seen these two relatively short rounds, Lockie, but progress through their pools just nicely. But as we just spoke about, the Fever topped their pool, and the Storm coming in where they did for this afternoon's matchup. So, you know, I think it's going to be a great game across the court, and really looking forward to it. Plenty to play for.
And both teams already coming off wins this morning, so they've both got plenty of confidence coming into this game, particularly the Storm, who won by 40 points this morning. Yeah,
absolutely. And, plenty of confidence across both groups, and the Fever coming off a win just a couple of short hours ago. So it'll definitely...
Now, as we look at the team lineups, looking at the Fever, we've got Madison Delaney, Sarah Wacher, Maddie O'Hare, Lara McSpadden, Shakira Riley, Meg Jeffs, Renee Garlett, Shyla Heel, Faith Jelena, and Tristan Black. They'll be coached by Chloe Mullaney, with Lauren Curtin assisting. And I think if the Storm are to have any chance, they've got to shut down Shyla Heel today.
Yeah, absolutely.
And as we look at the Storm, their lineup: Annabelle Starr, Tasman Haynes, Alex Delaney, Emily Simons, Sarah Schicker, Leilani Mitchell, Jonathan Whitwer, Maya Jelena, Madeline Norris, and Elise St. John. They're coached by Gail Henderson, and their assistant coach is Michelle Austin. And how great is it to have WNBA star Leilani Mitchell here this weekend?
Yeah, absolutely. And, I think both teams, so it's quite lucky, but I think like both teams have got players that have got a mix that have come off a WNBL season, but also, respective ABA, NBL 1 seasons as well. So it certainly has taken some of the players a game or two just to find their feet, their match feet, and get their eye in again. So, it's Leilani's been in good form so far, but certainly I'm looking forward to the Leilani Mitchell matchup against Charlotte Hill, which I'm sure that we'll see this afternoon.
Definitely, and it's good to see how cohesive these teams have become as it's gone through. And now that they're playing their third game, I think we're going to see both teams really hit their stride.
Yeah, absolutely. And these teams, you make a really good point there, Lockie, that both teams have been able to find some form and come together quite quickly, arguably without any training. So it's been great to watch and great to see, and I'm sure it'll be a great game this afternoon.
100%. The team's just shaking hands prior to the contest. We're about 3 minutes away from the tip-off here. And we'll just cut to a quick break and rejoin you for all the first half action.
Oh, these new hoist recliners are pretty comfy, hey.
Yeah, I feel like I'm floating on a cloud.
I feel like I'm resting my feet on a panda's belly.
I feel like I am a panda's belly.
I feel like an alien swaddled in a blanket.
I feel like I'm being held by King Kong's leathery hand.
Well, I feel like the song More Than a Feeling was written about this feeling that I'm feeling right now.
Same.
Extra comfy recliners are the new normal at Hoyts. Book now.
So, coaches just running through some final instructions as we head into the final minute before tip-off. And Rach, what do you think the coaches are going to be really drilling in these final instructions?
Yeah, it's hard, isn't it? But I think such short prep time. I think both coaches will just be like, let's just get the ball through sets of hands and shoot the open shot, but also let's play defense. And I think that they'll definitely go back to the concept of everyone in this stadium knows how to play basketball. Do what you know, but also let's try and play as a team as quickly as we can. So I think it'll definitely be the keys will be shoot the ball if you're open, and also let's just get some stops and stop the defensive transition. So
simple but effective, which is what you need when you haven't had any training sessions together.
That's right, and I think there's lots of experience in both teams as well. And look, and I think both teams have progressed here to the semi-finals and coming off wins as well, and they're learning on the fly, and I think it's been the most impressive things. We've seen some really great games so far, and no doubt this will be a great game as well, but I'm really looking forward to it, and what a great tournament it's been, and seeing so much talent across the floor in all the teams.
We really have. We've seen the under-20s teams get the chance to play against, the current stars.
Yeah.
And now we've got the more experienced teams facing off in the semi-finals.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's like Maddie Norris and Lara McSpadden to jump it up. And it will be the Fever with Maddie O'Hare immediately finding Shiloh Hale, who knocks down the long two. Don't get a much better start than that for the Fever.
No, absolutely not. It's almost got a bit of an all-star feel to it, doesn't it, Lockie? That you know, they come together, little to no preparation, and you know, fortunately, like a lot of these girls may have already known at least one or played with at least one or two of these other players in their teams. So, no, I'm sure it'd be a great game.
That's right. I mean, Shyla Heel and Lara McSpadden fresh off a season together at Townsville. As Heel attempts to step back three, it doesn't drop. Leilani Mitchell looking to run something here. Emily Simons finds Maddie Norris. That's some great passing. Just finds Maddie Norris with the short corner.
Look, I watched that game this morning, Lockie, and she was on fire. I think she would have had at least, I mean, I know we're not counting points, but she certainly had the hot hand and certainly carrying that form in tonight.
McSpadden taking on Shekhar. Can't get it to fall, but will go to the charity stripe.
That's a great move early from McSpadden as well, and she's certainly been a great presence inside this tournament, and coming off the back, as you said, of her WNBL season up in Townsville and playing with some confidence as well, I think.
She has, and that Townsville team, all of those players have been, I think, under Shannon Seabomb's tutelage. He got the best out of every single player on that team, and that's why they made the grand final when a lot of people didn't expect them to. No,
absolutely. Being just such a young group, I'm sure, you know, it was mentioned a number of times throughout the season. But look, I think that's what, you know, having great coaches out there and instills confidence in young players. So
Simons.
Nice move down low there from Emily Simons.
McSpadden again going to work. And she loves going right, but it's still hard to stop.
It is. And do you think, I think that might be an instruction from the coaching staff there to perhaps maybe a bit of a mismatch, but to take it inside early, and 2 from 2 so far.
That's right.
As the Storm there look like they posting up Shyla Heel down low there with Alex Delaney, posting up Shyla Heel and trying to make the most of a bit of a mismatch.
Norris again. From almost exactly the same spot as her first, and it's a high-scoring start. 6-all through just 2 minutes of action.
Oh, nice.
Oh. Both teams looking outstanding on offense early here.
And you can't help but think that's a little bit of their combo from Townsville, but that's a really nice screen and roll all the same, and very nice to watch.
Simons again.
Yeah, she's got the hot hand and the laser eye nice and early.
Maddie O'Hare stops, can't quite get it to fall. And in the one loss they did have the Storm to the Aces, the shooting was really what let them down. So if they can shoot well, it will definitely go a long way to atoning for that loss.
Yeah, you're not wrong. And I mean, you can forgive some of these players the year that we've had last year, that some of these girls haven't played in months. So coming in on a Friday night, perhaps not having shot the ball in a while, and it may take a bit of time to get their eye in.
That's
but
right.
Signs are looking good so far this game, Lockie.
They really are. This has been one of the more electric starts to a game I've seen this weekend.
Most definitely.
Scarlett finding Shyla Heel. Scarlett calling for a screen for Tristan Black. Can't quite get that to fall.
Yeah, a little hard off the glass there from Garlett, but nice drive all the same.
No,
Simons again.
She's scored in every way possible so far.
Yeah, gosh.
7 early points.
The Fever will need to find a way to shut her down and limit her touches.
I really will. But like both of these teams, you can shut one player down and there's probably 5 or 6 others that could step up.
No, you're not wrong, and I think that's the beauty of this tournament, Lockie, that it's such a good spread of talent across all the teams, and makes for a really exciting game. I do like the atmosphere that's here now, Lockie. We've got the cordon outs of music all game, and it's, yeah, great to see basketball, some live basketball actually.
Simons again, but Tristan Black getting in there against her North teammate.
Probably knows her favourite moves.
I would think so. Forces the tie up. Meg Jeffs checking in for the Fever, replacing Maddie O'Hare.
But even looking for some of these, some players that, you know, play locally in our Waratah League as well, getting to play with some National League players and arguably some Opals as well. What a great experience for them, as you know, to learn off some of these players, and even some of the teams that have some youth league players in here in New South Wales Waratah League. So it's certainly great to see, and they'll get some great experience or even learn some things over the course of a few games.
100%. I mean, and it's not just the under-20s getting experience this weekend. It's all of those players who want to make that jump to the next level. If
Absolutely.
you want to go from Waratah League to WNBL, from fringe WNBL to a part of a team's rotation.
100%.
There's plenty you can learn here this weekend playing in this tournament.
Yeah, I think it's just even seeing how the different players conduct themselves and, you know, get ready for games and communicate in games, and there's lots to learn as Mitchell unsuccessfully drives to the basket.
Heel trying to get through, and Leilani Mitchell just not quite able to cleanly grab that one.
No. Some great tunes being played here, Lockie.
Venga boys. Heel, just...
Oh, nice.
This is a little floater. It's very nice.
There's not much that she can't do, is there?
That's right. And that's why she's muscled her way into Opal's contention. Norris finds Jonathan Whitwer. Back out to Norris.
What?
Just leaves it slightly short, but Simons. Whitwer's shot. Just... Hill finds Jeffs.
Oh, nice one. Nice little scoring injection there for the Fever, and much needed 3 points.
Delaney trying to take on her Manly teammate. Can't quite get it done. Garland finds Riley, who can't quite get it to fall. Norris will come away. Simon's playing with all the confidence in the world at the moment, and quite rightly so.
Rightly so. It'll be a Fever possession.
McSpadden back in for Shakira Riley. As Maya Jelena enters the game for Emily Simons for the Storm.
Simon's getting a well-earned rest, lock here.
Definitely. Hale just splits two defenders. Finds Jeffs in the corner. Can't make it count, but that was some very nice vision from Shiloh Hale after splitting those defenders.
Look, it was a great find, and it wasn't far off the piece either.
Gallup now finds McSpadden.
What a post up down low from Lara McSpadden, and that was a bit of a tussle there with Maddie Norris, and she heard a bit of a word to the ref to say, hey, she was pushing off, but I was really impressed by that tough finish there.
Norris going from longer distance. And the Fever again looking to push it through heel.
Unlucky there not to connect.
Storm coming back through Whitler and Mitchell. This battle between, Mitchell with the savvy veteran move there.
I was about to say that's a very smart heads-up play there from Mitchell with catching a heel just a little bit off balance and very much so a veteran move, Lockie.
The things you learn from a decade in the WNBA. And
Absolutely.
we'll cut to a quick break as a timeout is called with the score at 15-11.
Oh, these new hoist recliners are pretty comfy, hey.
Yeah, I feel like I'm floating on a cloud.
I feel like I'm resting my feet on a panda's belly.
I feel like I am a panda's belly.
I feel like an alien swaddled in a blanket.
I feel like I'm being held by King Kong's leathery hand.
Well, I feel like the song More Than a Feeling was written about this feeling that I'm feeling right now.
Same.
Extra comfy recliners are the new normal at Hoyts. Book now.
So with just under a minute and a half left in this first quarter, the score reading 15-11. What do you think the coaches are going to be talking about here, Rach?
Look, I think that there's they'll just want to make both teams are not doing too much wrong, and I think they'll just want to pay attention to some of the personal scouts. And you know, Simon's got hot early on, but she's obviously off the court. But you know, as you said, there's a number of players that can keep getting hot. So I think they'll just want to look at their team defense to make sure they don't get too many, you know, extra points on the board. Of course, with the new method of how we're finishing out games, I think it's really important to stay close and make sure that the lead doesn't get too far out. Of course, with less than 3 minutes to go, we play the 7-point score projection, and I think that will certainly be something they might be thinking of.
Mitchell knocking down the first, cut the margin to 3.
Of course, that foul just before the timeout was a foul on the 3-point line, so that's why she's got an extra free throw and cuts the lead just to 1 point.
There we go. 3 up, 3 down. We're back to a 1-point game. Fever advantage. Some good ball movement up court. Sarah Wacher into the game. Shot the ball well in the Fever's earlier game. Knocked down a couple of vital threes. It's Delaney. It's all the way into the paint. Can't quite make the tough finish stick. Jeff's facing some dogged defense from Maya Jelena here. Looking for someone to bring the ball. And it's Alice Delaney getting a hand in there.
That's just great D and defensive pressure and rewarding herself with 2 points with the layup.
100%. You know, Jelena forced Jeffs to pull up, and then with no outlet coming, Delaney saw her opportunity and took advantage.
Yeah, definitely. Mitchell takes her hard to the rack and probably a bit unlucky to not get a call, but the game goes on.
There we go. Faith Jelena just knocking one down. The lead changes hands once again.
And that's what this kind of does, Lockie, that players come in and I really like it because there's not much pressure. I mean, I know they are playing for cash, but equally there's not like a lot of pressure over longer seasons. So
That's right.
Players are coming in with the green light just to shoot the ball, and it's really pretty to watch.
Mitchell with a buzzer beater. Can't quite get it to fall.
Nah.
So Fever will hold the advantage at 17-16 after a quarter. And this has easily been the tightest match of the competition so far, and it's great to see the semi-finals producing in these early stages.
Yeah, absolutely. And we'll just cut to a few messages from our sponsors, and we'll be back right with you after this break.
Back here for the second quarter. And seeing as you've just mentioned it, Rachel, we'll go through just what the Elam ending is. So in the final quarter, once the game clock runs under 3 minutes at the first dead ball, the game clock will be shut off and a final target score will be calculated by adding 7 points to the leading team's score. So if it's 50 to 48, then the teams would play to 57. First team to reach that score of 57 would win the game and progress to the grand final. So it's great that we've got a close contest, because that is when the Elam ending really comes into play and is really fun.
Absolutely, and I think what it takes out of the game, Lockie, is when there's clock pressure and scoreboard pressure, it removes the need to have to foul quickly, free throws and whatnot. So I think if you're within about 5 or 6 points there or thereabouts with 5 to go, you're certainly within a chance. But look, I really hope so, because we've had a few games that all the games that have played probably haven't really been in a position to see it in its full use. So we'll wait and see as McSpadden down low again. And
I've been talking to a few players about the Elam ending, and they do start to clam up a bit, knowing they need to get those 3 baskets to get the win. So it'll be interesting to see how that pressure manifests if it's a close game.
If it is a close game, but also like the advantage is almost with the
Maya
Jelena whacks a 3 there to tie the ball game up at 19. But you know, Lockie, it's almost got to favour the team that's down, because they've got nothing to lose. They've got to play, get some stops and some scores. Whereas if you're in front, you've got, you know, as you said, they tighten up a bit on the shooting end, and we hope that we get to see it this tournament.
Oh, Shakira Riley feeding Shyla Hale with a great finish with the right hand and the and one opportunity.
Yeah, that was a great fast break basket there, but credit to, as you said, Shakira Riley for leading that break, and that was a really great decision there of kicking it right to Shyla Hale in running the lane hard, and she'll go to the line to make it a 3-point play.
Knocks it down with consummate ease, and it's out to a 3-point advantage for the Fever again. Mitchell finds Geleno. Delaney kicks back to Geleno. Gives herself a shorter shot, but can't quite make it fall. Now Shika in the paint. Good inside-outside action.
That was great. Yeah, that's all you can ask for, really. The ball's gone through sets of hands. It's gone in, it's gone out, and a nice 3-point play to tie it up at 22 apiece again.
Maddie O'Hare responds in kind.
She joins the 3-point party, and I really like it. This format, that players have just got the green light just to shoot the ball, and
I think in that situation with O'Hare in the corner, a lot of people would be expecting her to drive baseline in that situation.
You're not wrong.
But if they're going to give you the opportunity, take it.
Absolutely.
As Maddie Norris and Emily Simons come back in for Jonathan Whitwer and Alice Delaney. We'll see if Simons can continue her outstanding form from the first quarter.
She's had a chance to catch her breath and resume where she left off.
Peel pushing the pace, looking to take on Mitchell. Steads find McSpadden. Simons getting a hand in there. There were 2 on McSpadden there.
Yeah, and that's just the Storm making a bit of an adjustment perhaps of collapsing on the defensive end and forcing the turnover.
Shakira Riley with a good offensive rebound. Simons, dogged determination on the defensive end, comes away with the ball. This
game, it's physical, it's high scoring, and did we mention that there's lots to play for, Lockie? Because
there is. A prize pool of $15,000 on the line, and with the score at 25 apiece, with just over 5 minutes remaining in the first half. Another timeout called.
Yeah, and it's exciting, and I think that, I mean, we can only sing the praises of how great this tournament is and the timing of it and the benefits of it, but, it's not often that, players or women get the opportunity to enter a tournament, to play for a bit of cash. So I'm all for it, and, there's a good atmosphere here. The players are playing with new people, learning lots of new things, and of course, the prize money certainly isn't possible, Lockie, without our great sponsors.
So we've got Hoyts on board, and thanks to Sydney Uni for hosting, and we've got volunteers helping out and our great officials. There's a lot of people that have to come together to put a tournament like this on.
Yeah, it certainly has, and it's come together just nicely, and of course the players as well. It's as we've said, some have come off a National League season, some have not played since an ABA season, and some of the under-20s girls, I was having a chat to them, Lockie, some haven't played in almost a year now, so I think they were just so excited to hit the court and play basketball of some description, and we certainly, a round of applause to everybody that has to help put this tournament together.
And I was talking to Rachel Higginson, one of the under-20s coaches, and she said that they talked about what this tournament means to them, and they were saying, well, we're going to play this like it's our last tournament because it might be.
Yeah, you're not wrong, and for those under-20s teams, there's Nationals for now has been postponed, but will it go ahead? Will it what not? Who knows? It's a bit of a crazy world we're in at the moment, Lockie, and as you said, if they've played this as if this was their Nationals, well, it's amazing for them.
Yeah. Maddie Norris just leaves that three-pointer short. Bit uncharacteristic from the Sutherland star.
Absolutely.
Shyla Heel guarded by Emily Simons. Finds O'Hare. Kicks to McSpadden, who's got plenty of space in the paint. Just a few steps and drops it home. Angelina. Norris might be one of the bigger players on this team, but she's certainly spending a lot of time on the perimeter.
She really is, and I think that's a strong feature of her game, Lockie, that, she's got the size, but she's certainly got the ability to shoot the ball from deep, and she's filling it up.
Sarah Schicker grabs that rebound. Shalina comes away. Picked up by Riley. Simons just needs a second grab. It finds Norris inside, and there will be a foul on the play. But Norris will go to the line. Maddie O'Hare just catching Maddie Norris on the head there.
Yeah, and we just spoke about Maddie Norris, and on this occasion she was inside, and she's drawn the double. The attention from the Fever players, and has now earned herself a trip to the free throw line to add to her tally.
Perhaps an adjustment there on the back of that, with Tristan Platt coming back into the game for Shakira Riley. Norris ties things up at 27 apiece. Maddie O'Hare and Shyla Heel looking to make some space, and the pass just doesn't quite go to the hand of Renee Garlip.
Yeah, a bit of a miscommunication there of passes, and completely can be forgiven, Lockie, that they've not played before or played together.
So Fever able to get a stop there as Simons goes to the basket. And Maddie O'Hare, like a freight train, coast to coast, can't quite get the finish.
Hard luck not to get her 2-point finish there, as you said, she ran quite hard and didn't come up with the chocolates.
Norris manages to regather it. And Simons goes in, and Lara McSpadden gets the block, and she's away. Passes off to O'Hare, running in support excellently.
What a great break there from Lara McSpadden, and a really controlled finish there to dish the ball at the end there and get 2 points.
And 2 opportunities for the Storm at the other end. And Heel finds Garlip. O'Hare left with the opportunity to shoot, can't make it drop. Now Leilani Mitchell's eyeing the opening. Jelena can't get it to fall. It's very fast paced at the moment. Just a hand in there.
It is, and I think, Lockie, it's probably worth noting that the players have played a couple of games in such a short period of time, and some of these players haven't played. This is like a nationals tournament or junior tournament, right? You played 2 or 3 games in less than 24 hours, so perhaps not conditioned at the moment to do so. So we have got shorter quarters here, but maybe that'll lead to some errors, or they need to start rotating through the players.
We'll certainly see how that manifests in the back end of the game as well.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Just under 2 minutes to play here, and it's a 2-point game just before half-time.
Simons finding Simons. Hill. Maddie Norris coming out to defend, and now Mitchell back on her. Delaney pulled out the rebound and draws the foul on O'Hare. Still very few fouls in this game, which has been good to see.
Yeah, I like that. The officials have really let the girls just play, and we touched on earlier that it has been quite a physical game, and they're the kind of games you like to see. You don't like to see them too over-officiated, and let them play.
So Annabelle Starr into the game for the Storm there, replacing Maddie Norris. Just looking at a post up there on Tristan Black, and then rolls. It's kicked to Leilani Mitchell, whose shot touches just about all of the iron, but comes away. Heel calls for the screen from Black. Black does shoot the long 2, but it's not down. And Maya Jelena, she's had a really extended stint on court this game.
No, she has, and certainly some great opportunities. But, Simons again, as the Storm now take the lead, Lockie, with just under or close to 20 seconds to play. It's still a 2-point game, and Heel finds Shakira Riley down low and ties it up. And I think looks like there's some tired bodies out there, Lockie. They'll be ready for half-time in just a couple of seconds.
Shot clock off. Let's see what Leilani Mitchell does. Goes all the way and reverses home.
All class there from Leilani Mitchell there.
Definitely
Lockie
was.
Knew the clock that was running down and just what her team needed her to do, and just edges her team just in front at half-time here.
So that's right, it's 33-31 Storm at half-time. We will cut to a break and rejoin you soon for all the second half action in this titanic semi-final battle.
Basketball's everything to me, and I didn't know anything else. So I made my first junior Australian team when I was 15, so I was already entrenched in basketball, and I just wanted to be the best player that I could. And I was lucky enough to play overseas, so there was always something exciting to look forward to, and I just had that passion in me. The 96 Olympics, where we won the bronze medal, so the first medal basketball had ever won at an Olympics, was incredible. Everything, it's the lead up to getting there, and then actually standing on the dais was amazing. And then in 2000, because I'd been dropped from the team 2 years previously, I had to fight so hard to get back on the team. So just to make that was an absolute highlight. The competition, so looking forward to it, to seeing players just being able to play and enjoy the game and just bring their best. I think it's going to be really exciting because even though the players know each other, a lot of them, they haven't played together. So it's going to be great to see how they play individually, but also play together as a team and how they put it all together. Yeah, it's an absolute honour to have the tournament named after me. I think the tournament is about the players, it's about the athletes and them just being able to do what they do best and enjoy the competition. And for me to play a small part in that, and if I can help them in any way be better, then that's just super exciting for me.
Welcome back wherever you are in the world to the second half of this Shelley Gorman Invitational semi-final between the Fever and the Storm. An incredibly close game, 33-31, Storm leading. And Rachel Herrick, what do you think is going to be make or break in this second half?
Oh dear. I just think, defensive breakdown. You've not got the, these teams haven't been playing together for very long. So just not knowing each other and also just, shots not dropping, to be fair. And that's probably as simple as it is. There's not much else to it other than shots not going in and stopping the ball.
Keep it simple, keep it effective, get the win, come back tomorrow.
Absolutely.
Lara McSpadden gets great position on the rebound off the Alex Delaney miss. Does a great job finding Shyla Hill. Now it's Faith Julina. McSpadden from the elbow just knocks it down and immediately ties the game back up.
Yeah, she does. And she's been great this game today, Lockie, and I think as over the course of the tournament as well. But, she's been really strong and scoring from everywhere today.
She really has. As Delaney finds an opening and finds a way right in. As
has Alex Delaney. I've been impressed by most players on the floor today, Lockie, and, much shorter games and lots of minutes to be had by lots of players. So,
and I'd expect nothing less from players of this calibre.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Come in, play hard for a few minutes and have a rest and repeat.
That's right. As Mitchell finds Norris, kicks to Delaney, it's not quite there, but Norris with the rebound tip back out to Mitchell, pulls up, it's just a little long off the back iron.
Yeah, it was, and I think shots dropping, as you said, for the Storm last night was a bit of a problem for them. So players are feeling a little bit more fatigued now. Will that become an issue? And not for Shakira Riley, as she's helped herself to another 2 points.
And she's really come on in leaps and bounds in spending time with the UC Capitals in the WNBL. I think that had a fantastic effect on her game.
Yeah, it really has, and I think
Sarah Schicker finds her way through.
I think players that do get the opportunity to go and be in a WNBL environment, it's really hard for them to not get better, Lockie. So I think Shakira Riley, and we've said McSpadden a few times today, I think she's really come along in the last 3-4 months, being up in Townsville under Shannon Seabom. So good things do happen.
Mitchell finds Norris. Can't knock it down, but Simon's there for the rebound. He's hanging out there in the back of the pack. This time Norris does better. Very close range.
Tough finish as well. She wasn't exactly right in front of the hoop, so tough, strong finish there. As it looks like the Storm here, are they in a bit of a zone perhaps, or?
Faith Julina trying to shoot through it, and Renee Garlett, and there will be a foul.
It'll be Phoebe Ball here. That foul was on Maddie Norris, and Jelena takes a seat as Tristan Black comes back in.
So it'll be Garlett to inbound from the baseline, just directing traffic. Oh, using the height of McSpadden, who finally gets it. Just
that's really asserting your authority in that position, and so strong.
That's right, and that's something we've really seen McSpadden improve on, is just her assertiveness in the paint. This is my area, I'm going to dominate it.
Yeah. And instead of just pitching that ball out, she's taken that good power dribble and another 2 points. But no, she's really stepped up today.
So the Storm's 4-point lead quickly evaporates and results in a timeout with the score 39 apiece. No team able to get any sort of significant advantage. And we'll cut to a quick break and come back after this timeout.
Oh, these new hoist recliners are pretty comfy, hey.
Yeah, I feel like I'm floating on a cloud.
I feel like I'm resting my feet on a panda's belly.
I feel like I am a panda's belly.
I feel like an alien swaddled in a blanket.
I feel like I'm being held by King Kong's leathery hand.
Well, I feel like the song More Than a Feeling was written about this feeling that I'm feeling right now.
Same.
Extra comfy recliners are the new normal at Hoyts. Book now.
So the siren just going in the background for the end of this timeout with the score at 39 points apiece.
Halfway through the third quarter, Lockie, of course, with 8-minute quarters. Time is just evaporating.
Exactly, and I mean, before you know it, we'll be in that Elam ending. There's only really 9 minutes more action, so, and it's such a close game. I think we're destined for an exciting finish to this one.
Really is.
Unless someone can put a really big run together.
Nice. Oh, that's just unlucky.
Two shots that looked all but down. Oh. Mitchell just standing Shiloh Heel up and forcing the travel.
Another little vet move there, Lockie, of Shiloh Hill just flat out didn't see her and just causing her to being there on the catch and causing her just to shuffle her feet.
Delaney, tough move.
Goodness me. Probably a bit unlucky not to get a whistle there, but it's the way the game's has run this whole time is...
Lara McSpadden, wowee. Running up and down court so well.
Great finish as well.
Delaney just leaving that one short. He'll come away with it. This battle continues between the two elite point guards. It's Garlett. Can't quite get that one to fall. Emily Simons will push. Tristan Black throws out a hand, but Simons has absolutely no worries about that. Going coast to coast and finishing.
Just so good to watch, Lockie. It's I really do like the way both teams are playing, really, and as we said, players have just got the green light to do whatever they like, and it makes the game so much more interesting to watch.
Yeah, nice free-flowing game.
I think we're just seeing a lot of players like authentic selves, and right on cue there.
Shooter's roll, Lara McSpadden. By Jelena, can't get it to fall, but Maddie Norris right there.
I think it's also too lucky that coaches know a bit about some of these players, but they've not known them for years or coached them for years, so it's that adds a whole new dynamic as well.
100%. I mean, some coaches are just meeting players for the first time even.
Hi, I'm Rachel. You're my coach. No, that's awesome.
I mean, yeah, Shelley Bates, coaching the Aces, said she actually hadn't met Kira Mikado before the game.
Yeah.
She asked, so you're Kira, what position do you play?
Absolutely. Oh, I love it. Certainly hasn't affected their form, Lockie, that's
Definitely
for sure.
has not.
Under 2 minutes to go, and it's still a tied ball game here as...
Well, going basket for basket. Faith Jelena coming in for McSpadden, and Annabelle Starr also coming in for Maddie Norris, which will alter things a bit for the Storm.
Yeah.
Annabelle certainly more of your prototypical centre, more than Maddie Norris, who'll play the pick and pop, step out a lot more.
Yeah.
So we'll see how this affects things. And immediately, Starr gets it in the post. Mitchell steps through.
All I'll say is that move.
She's starting to bring out all the skills, and why not? May as well leave it all out there. Mitchell again finds Simons.
What?
Oh.
That's just That's just crazy. I was going to say mental. That is just crazy.
I got to go back to school and take a physics lesson because I don't know how that went in.
I'm not sure either. But as the Storm have skipped out to a 4-point lead here, as probably one of the bigger ones of the bigger margins of the game. But Charlotte Hill taking it hard to the rack, and 47 seconds left here, and she'll go to the free throw line for 2. Again, not many fouls called this quarter, Lockie. It's just the 2 for the whole quarter.
It's been physical in patches, but not chippy, which is what you want to see.
Absolutely.
Charlotte knocking down the first. And the second. Mitchell with the quick pass up to Jonathan Whitwer, who kicks back out to Mitchell for the quick 3.
Gosh, that's just great to watch. Of course, the grand final MVP, Leilani Mitchell of the WNBL.
2-time grand final MVP.
Yeah, absolutely. Great rebound there from Star.
Mitchell will hold for one here possibly with the shot clock running down. Although if she gets the opportunity, she'll... did that? No, just came off Annabelle Star.
Couldn't quite keep that rocket that Mitchell pitches there with just 9 seconds to go, and the Fever will need to get moving really quickly here.
Not quite. I thought Simon was going to swoop in for that one. Heel with the floater, can't quite go.
Hey, it looks good. That's
I thought it was down.
She was able to manufacture something out of nothing really, and to get the ball down the court for a floater just inside the 3.
We'll cut to a quick break with the Storm up 50-45 with 1 quarter to play.
Alrighty, and welcome back. So as the 4th quarter approaches here for semi-final number 1 at the Shelley Gorman Invitational, we will just remind you about the game format that we're playing here this tournament, and that is the Elam ending. So basically the game clock will turn off at the first dead ball under 3 minutes in this 4th quarter. So 7 points are then added to the leading team's score to give the final score or the final target. Okay, basically then the first team to get to that target wins the game. Lockie, I think we're at a good shot today to be able to see this Elam ending take full effect, right?
100%. I mean, there's only 5 points in it at the moment, and no lead has been safe.
No, and I think we have seen some games that the lead has blown out a little bit, so the Elam ending has not been in full effect. So we did say about 5 or 6 points or thereabouts. That will give us a good ending. So hopefully it stays that way. But when the clock's off, anything can happen.
100%. And even talking to players, they've been saying that's a good finish by Emily Simons again. That even in those blowout games, players do sort of clam up a bit just trying to get those final few baskets. So
yeah,
in a tight game, it's probably going to have even more of an effect. Heel just leaves it short, but McSpadden's there again.
And traditionally, Lockie, though, when you have got the clock on and you can use the clock, you know, it's advantageous if you're up to play a shot right down and get a good look, but not today.
No. So it'll be baseline for the Fever. Trial Hill uses the screen from McSpadden. Kicks back to Garlip. McSpadden trying to reset her position. It'll be Maddie O'Hare. Big block by Sarah Schicker.
They need to get busy here.
But Garlip's attempted buzzer beater almost corralled by the Fever for another opportunity, but the Storm will come away with it. And Delaney forces her way through, gets to the line and has the chance to extend the margin out to 9 points.
Yeah, and that's our biggest margin of the game today.
Yes. The Storm really trying to impose their will on this contest.
And the lead's kind of just crept out quite quickly. It's not like it's just ballooned out in a couple of possessions. But, you know, it was a 5-point lead, so they have actually just added, you know, 5 points, 4 points just quite quickly in the first minute here. But I'm sure the Fever will catch back up.
Norris playing great defence on McSpadden, forcing her to go left. And here's an opportunity for it to go to an 11-point margin. Although, with the way Leilani Mitchell followed in that shot, you could almost tell straight away it wasn't dropping.
No, that's right. And
that long pass is off Maddie O'Hare last. And this scoreless drought continues for the Fever.
And it could be that the Fever are already starting to tighten up a bit. We know traditionally that when you know, the game's on the line, that, you know, the good players do step up. But of course, we've got teams full of great players, Lockie. So,
and like Leilani Mitchell,
right on cue. That was classic. That was just a real vet move there.
She is wearing very similar colours to the Southside team that she's already won a grand final MVP with. So
this is very true.
she's very used to this. Oh, and again, she's got Alex Delaney running the break. And that's out to a 13-point advantage. Chloe Mullaney's seen enough. That's a timeout. And it will be scoreline reading 58-45.
I think we might have spoken too soon.
Storm advantage, and just under 3 minutes until the Elam ending kicks in.
This is, but hey, we've got some very experienced players across all the teams here. So I think their coaches will just be checking in here, especially for the Fever, of just like, hey, we've got this, and just give a few directions. It's not like they've got the experience of playing with one another, but you know, they all know how to play basketball. So I'm sure we'll see them come back and we'll see what happens.
I mean, the coach obviously has a different view than the players. I'm sure she's seen some things that they can exploit.
Yeah, you're not wrong, and I think that as a coach, that's, you know, they do have the beauty of seeing that as even players on the bench when you're subbing in. You can actually just assess what, you know, see the gaps and the holes of, you know, what the opposing team maybe on defense is not doing, so you can step back on. And, you know, these games are such short quarters, so these players are rotating through, so they'll certainly get their opportunity.
Definitely is. The Fever here look to cut into this margin. McSpadden going against Norris. Great vision to find Shakira Riley.
That was a really nice, tough move there.
Norris can't quite get it to fall, and Hill will come away, and they will push the pace here through Hill. Leilani Mitchell, though,
really picked her pocket there and makes another 2 points count.
I think she's really wanting to make a statement against her fellow WNBL player. A little bit of, you might be the future, but I'm still the present from Leilani there.
Absolutely.
Delaney again with a hard drive to the basket, forcing away to the line.
No, it really is. And look, there's still game to play here. So I think, the Fever have certainly got some time to get back in this, but they'll just need to reassess what they're doing on defense and stop this bit of a run that the Storm are on at the moment.
Delaney knocks them down, and it's about to a 15-point advantage.
Yeah, they'll need to get busy in the next couple of minutes here, Lockie, before the clock does actually stop.
100%. They will. Mitchell got a little bit greedy on that one.
Picked the pocket of Garlop.
Got a whole lot of hand in the process.
Sure did. And the referee was right on the spot to see it.
Hill finds Riley. Thinks about the shot. Instead goes to the basket. And Sarah Schicker gets the block. Earns the foul. And another stop for the Storm.
It's just tough defense, isn't it? And great drive there from Riley, but a little unlucky. So they've got some up the court pressure here, and as they'll need to get some stops on the board and try and get some points.
Hill still pressuring. Norris is there. Schicker. Plenty of movement all around the court, and all it ends up is with Shakira Riley going coast to coast for a layup.
What a finish! Like, that was great. As the Fever are calling for a double dribble, but their referee has called a foul there, and the Storm will retain the ball.
I will indeed.
Now, Lockie, do you think we'll see a bit of strategy come into play once the Elam ending or in a minute's time? Do you think the Storm are going to want the ball to go out of bounds straight away as the clock ticks under 3 so they can get their 8 points? Or do you think they leave it to chance and let the...
No, I think they've got a timeout up their sleeve. They will probably call it to... stop the clock when they can, if they can. I don't think, they're not going to be just, tipping the ball out of bounds if instead of getting a steal or something like that. But timeout. Storm are calling a timeout now with the margin back to 11. Back to 13. Sorry. We'll cut to a break and come back for the final few minutes, including the Elam ending.
Oh, these new hoist recliners are pretty comfy, hey.
Yeah, I feel like I'm floating on a cloud.
I feel like I'm resting my feet on a panda's belly.
I feel like I am a panda's belly.
I feel like an alien swaddled in a blanket.
I feel like I'm being held by King Kong's leathery hand.
Well, I feel like the song More Than a Feeling was written about this feeling that I'm feeling right now.
Same.
Extra comfy recliners are the new normal at Hoyts. Book now.
So we're back for the final 42 seconds before the Elam ending is implemented. Storm leading the Fever 62-51.
It is just an 11-point game, and, Fever only need just a 3 here just to keep in touch, Lockie, and who knows what will happen then.
That's right. I mean, these 20-point games, the Elam ending, you're not really a chance. Technically you are, but realistically you're not. With a 7 or 8 point game, you do give yourself a little bit of an opportunity.
You certainly do. As the Fever are certainly putting some pressure up the floor here, and
Emily Simon, she's been on a tear all day. Can't get that one to fall. And Maddie O'Hare finds Shyla Hill, who will push the pace. Shoot the three.
Oh my God!
And absolutely bury it.
We actually just said all it takes is a 3-point play, and a 3-point play is what we should get. And Lockie, we're only just singing the praises that that's a low foul count, but this quarter that foul has put the Fever in the bonus, and we will walk the length of the floor for 2 points. So perhaps in their effort to stop the clock is probably a little bit more aggressive, but maybe not the result they might have been after to send them straight back to the 3-point line, to the free throw line. Sorry.
It sort of just, kills that momentum gained by a brilliant shot from Shyla Hill there.
Yeah.
A stop on this possession would have been absolute gold dust for them. Instead, it remains a 10-point game, 3:15 to play. Hill guarded by Mitchell. Riley passes up the 3 for the mid-ranger. Can't quite get it to fall, and Alex Delaney will come away with it.
So we're looking for a clock stop, and we'll get that now.
And Delaney will go to the line. With the foul on Riley. Her third.
So we look at our target score, Lockie. That's will be 71.
I believe it might go on after the free throws. I'm not sure about that, but no one has written a target score on the board yet. So I guess we'll see after the free throws what number it does become. Because, of course, if this misses, it won't be a dead ball.
There we go.
So, Tom Garlett, utilising his mathematical skills, target scores 73 on the whiteboard at half court. Hill kicking to Riley in the corner.
Oh, there you go. That'll certainly help.
No, it's back to a 9-point game. Delaney, she's been pushing it at every opportunity.
Whew.
Mitchell gets the Storm 2 points closer to a grand final appearance. The Fever won't die wondering who was that off last. It will remain with the Fever.
Yeah, the Fever really need to get a score here and to keep in touch.
McSpadden gets it, but Schicker straight up. No call. Delaney, probably a very risky pass to Simons there. Gives it to Mitchell, and that's 3 more. And they're now within 2 points at 71-57. Heel shot away. And Emily Simons takes possession, and the Storm will have a chance to wrap up this semi-final.
They just need a...
And remember, they are in the bonus, so they could go to the line for 3 throws to win it. Leilani Mitchell here, backing up, gets the screen from Norris. Shot well wide though, and Heel finds Maddie O'Hare on the break.
Yeah, just keeping it 2 points in there.
Shyla Hill went for everything, got nothing. Delaney blocked by O'Hare though.
Nice little defensive
Riley,
stop there.
Great pass into McSpadden. And the foul.
And we're not done yet, Lockie.
And there's 2 free throws coming. It's 71-59. It could become 71-61 here. And you wouldn't fault the Storm for getting an idea in their head. What do we do? Do we go for the free throws that are going to win it? Do we, go for the shot?
Absolutely.
What play are we going to run to get this done?
Yeah, get any shot possible, right? Hey, we can get to 3 points, but
McSpadden knocks down a pair, and it's a 10-point game. But just 2 points will win it for the Storm here. Leilani Mitchell being forced left by Shyla Hill. Screen from Norris. Mitchell can't get the ball to go, and that will be a foul and it will be sideline ball. Foul on Schicker, but
However,
FIFA will now be in the bonus from now on. Do they have a 12-0 run in them, the FIFA?
absolutely.
I think they do.
I hope so.
O'Hare goes to the rack, stuffed. Leilani Mitchell, veteran leadership. Emily Simon's been great all day.
Look, it'd be fitting if she had the 2 points, and equally if it'd be anyone.
Norris finds Schicker, but the pass is off. And they're just having real trouble executing this final play. And Hale called for the grab on the arm there in the rebounding contest.
And we're walking the length of the floor, and will it be done on free throws?
It could be. It'll be a slightly anticlimactic way to end things, but 2 points are 2 points, and if Alex Delaney can knock down these free throws, the Storm will have 0 complaints.
Correct.
One down. And it drops, and that is game. And the Storm are your first grand finalists with a 73-61 victory over a valiant Fever side. That was some contest, Rachel Herrick.
It really was, and I think it just in the last few minutes, the game sort of just lost its way, Lockie. But we thought we were going to get an even closer Elam ending, but we didn't. But Storm are very, very worthy grand finalists for tomorrow's grand final, that's for sure.
They are, and they'll no doubt stick around to scout the Mystics and the Aces, who they've already played once. Those two sides playing in our second semi-final, which will commence at 6 p.m. So make sure you join us on Basketball New South Wales YouTube at 6 p.m. I've been Lockie France.
And I'm Rachel Herrick. Thanks for listening to us, and we'll be back shortly for the second game.